All right, guys, we had a cold snap in Texas, and it's 36 degrees. Wherever you are, that's cold. Now, it's not cold like some of my uh, compatriots and viewers up in the Northeast, or I've also got a couple of YouTube friends up in Canada. I understand that your cold is a whole different level of torture, but it is cold for down here, and relatively cold, let's say. In any case, I got the Mr. Heater running like the Buddy running. So the smaller version with the one-sided, and am using. I do have the hose here, but I am using just the 1 pound right there. But look over here, past my generators, and I have got a 20-pound capacity container for some propane, so I will be filling it up. I might be getting a different propane heater in addition to that. I'll probably still keep my Mr. Heater, or I might re-gift it to one of my survivalist friends. I don't have anybody who's a survivalist, but I got friends who like to go outdoors quite a bit. So, and that's great. And I think they might like that Mr. Heater, and I might just keep it. I'll just decide it. I'll just make my decision on that later. Here is the Olympian Wave 3, which is slightly less powerful than the Buddy. I think it's 3,000 BTU. The Buddy's a little bit higher than that, maybe up around 4,000. I'm estimating from memory, so I might not be correct. But I am correct in thinking that the Mr. Buddy is puts out a bit more heat than it does. But I don't really need that specifically. And I will be able to hook it up to the big tank over there. The major thing I like about it is it's very, very light on propane. Of course, buying this means it's probably going to be 2-3 years before I make up the difference, but I think it'll be okay. And I might just mount it on this wall here. You see my carbon monoxide alarm there. I also ordered a propane alarm that's supposed to indicate propane or other explosive gases, basically propane, butane, I assume. But I hope it's battery operated. I think it is. I got to double check. If not, I'll be sending that back. But that's basically what I'll be looking at for right now, since that's going to be coming in. I finally topped off the battery. I drained the battery down pretty low. It took me a while to top it off, and I finally realized that my Genius charger was not charging consistently. I'm not saying it's a problem with the Genius charger, but I am attempting to charge that battery bank off a generator. Now, even though it's an inverter generator, is there something that might be driving the Genius charger a little nuts? I'm not sure, but I had to make sure that it was in green status, which means charge, and then sometime I would come out to the car a little bit later and check, and it wasn't green anymore. It was red. So I touched around and I got it where it worked consistently, and then all of a sudden, boom, the battery began to fill up, which is what it should have been doing from the beginning. It was confusing me as to why it was taking me so long to charge my two. Those fairly sized batteries, 310 amp hours between the two, 155 amp hours each. So, but it didn't make sense. But once I figured that out and made sure that when I plugged it in, I double checked to make sure it was green. If it wasn't, I would just unplug and replug it, and three times out of 10 it would work. Sometimes I'd have to unplug it from the inverter generator. I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna have to work on that, but that's a little bit frustrating. But you notice this wall, they used to have all those tacky cargo nets on there. They're not there anymore. All the stuff that was in there is now underneath the bed here. So that has made this place considerably neater. I'm not going to show the other side. I've sort of thrown everything to that side that I've got to organize. But all of it, there's a place for all of it now that I've got these containers down here. So I just want to give you a quick look at the evolution of this thing. You just have to do this for a while to realize what you need and don't need, and it takes a while. By the way, I had trouble with the buddy heater. I had to clean off the pilot, and I had to click it quite a few times to clear it, but it's working fine now. It's weird. I said, that's just my luck. After the car catastrophe of a few weeks back, when all of a sudden I had to spend $900 to get the computer repaired or replaced, in fact. It's just been nuts. I said, oh no, this thing is not going to stop on me now. And now the problem, I don't want this thing to stop on me now. Like I said, it is now 36 degrees. So I would be truly uncomfortable without this. I don't have my sleeping bag that's supposed to arrive tomorrow. And I'm in a Walmart parking lot. I could go buy another sleeping bag, but no, I'm not going to double pump. Or if I did buy another sleeping bag, I'd have to send that one back. And the sleeping bags that they've got in there tend to be for shorter people. Like I say, I'm 6'2" and a half, 6'3". I always say that, and it's not because I'm saying that I'm above 6'2". It's just I'm under 6'3". I try to be exact. But let's just say 6'3" and round up. So I do not need a short bag. And the one I got from Amazon is long enough for me to fit in it all the way. So I don't have to burn the propane heater all night. Either this Mr. Heater or the Olympian that's coming in. So we'll see how that works. I just want to give you a quick rundown of everything that's going on. By the way, that's my garage there. I'm just using these ratcheting cargo bars to separate it. That way I can prevent the empty, remember it's the empty propane bottle hitting me in the head. That's a plus. I've got one more cargo bar down there I haven't used. I'm gonna probably use it a little bit lower. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use it, but that was the purpose I immediately thought for those cargo bars. I was gonna hang things over them, but the purpose was to create the separation between these two areas, sort of make it a garage. All right, that's about all I've got on my adventure in cold. And 36 is cold. It's not 6 or -6 like you guys have up north. So don't pick on me. I understand. Well, I can't understand. I understand that. All right, I will talk to you later, and you have a wonderful day. It's night for me, but it may be day by the time you see this.